Yo, what is up? You guys hear me? Should I get this on? Does this help? A little bit better. What's good, y'all? It's been a minute. Let me know if the audio is okay, if I should put headphones in. Hell yeah. We're back, baby. It's been way too long since I've done a live stream. It's been way too long, and I apologize. I haven't been home. I've been spending some time out of the country, just getting away from the cold weather, and so I haven't had my streaming set up. So I haven't just been doing as many live streams as I would like, but I gotta get back into this shit because there's a lot of new streamers out there, guys. There's a lot of new streamers. There's my boys in the LA Vape Cabal over on Twitch. There's all sorts of people streaming all sorts of shit about crypto. But it's not the OG, okay? It's not the OG trader Mayne, Mr. Thick Neck, who's been doing this shit for 5 or 6 years now. The one who actually gives you the alpha. I'm not in here talking about random bullshit tokens or just yapping. I'm giving you the alpha, the original sauce boss, the originator of this crypto streaming thing. I'm one of the OGs. You guys already know this, so it feels good to be back because it's been too long, and I apologize for leaving you for so long. I won't do that again. I've been working on some new YouTube stuff. So I uploaded a video last week that I think is really good about meme coins and altcoins and alt season that I think you guys should watch. It's on my YouTube. But I do think that the streams have been missing. I got to get those back into the rotation because this is where I got the audience from. So we're back. Markets with Mayne are back. I'm going to be doing at least one per week. I want you guys to try and hold me to that. Okay? So, let's talk about everything that's fucking going on right now because I got a lot to share. I think there's a lot to discuss, and I think you've been getting a lot of really shitty info from people on Twitter because the problem with Twitter now is there's so much noise. There's so much noise on Twitter that it can be hard to decipher what's actually alpha, what's actually good, and what is not good. So I think you've been led astray by some of these new cats telling you that alt season is coming, that your coins are gonna go up, when your boy Mayne is the one who needs to be giving you that alpha. Is the audio not good, guys? You gotta let me know here because I'm about to start ripping. And if the audio is not good, I don't know what to say. Let me know. I could put the headphones in. Maybe that'll be better. Let me know here. Is this better? Is it better when I got the headphone in? Let me know. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So, like I said, there's been a lot of bullshit getting spewed on Twitter lately. A lot of bullshit getting spewed on Twitter lately. In my opinion, there's been a lot of people yapping and jabbering, and a lot of these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to these markets. Okay? So your boy Mayne is here to give you a dose of reality. I'm going to give you a reality check about where I think we are in the markets. We're going to talk about Bitcoin first, and then we're going to talk about your sweet precious altcoins because I know based on how bad sentiment is on Twitter that the majority of people are holding altcoins and they're getting absolutely smoked. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to explain to you guys where I think we are and why you can't quite lose hope yet. But if you're following the wrong people, this is the time where you lose all your fucking money, because these people who don't know what they're talking about have been giving you bad advice. Okay, they've been giving you bad advice. Not that you should be taking financial advice from anyone online, but you got to be very careful, especially now, because there's so many accounts repeating this same information that you can get stuck in some really bad positions. Okay, so let's start off with looking at Bitcoin first. Okay, Bitcoin, as crazy as it may seem, and as shitty as you may feel, and as terribly down you may be on your altcoins, Bitcoin is still in a range. Okay, it's still in a range. Now, my title for this video is that the bottom is in. It's a little bit of clickbait. The bottom of Bitcoin, okay, was put in over 2 years ago. Okay? The bottom was put in over 2 years ago. Why is this important? This means that we are not fucking early. The bull run is not just getting started. Okay? I'm tired of seeing Murad get 9,000 likes on a tweet telling you that the bull run is just starting. It's not. The bull run has been in process well over 2 years already. So yes, the bottom is in that it got put in 2 years ago. We are already deep in this bitch. So if you were listening to people online tell you that the bull run is just getting started, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but those people are retarded. Okay? I think Murad's a very nice guy. I actually think that his thesis about meme coins, there's a lot of good parts to it. The problem is Murad blew up his fund. Okay? He blew up his fund by being bullish all the way down through a bear market to the point where he blew up. At some point, if you're in altcoins, you need to be able to cash out and realize those gains. The name of the game here is not stack Mog coin, Whiff, Popcat, whatever fucking coin you're in. The name of the game here is to stack motherfucking sats. That's what you are here for in crypto. It's to stack sats. What are sats? Fucking Bitcoin. Go watch the YouTube video I uploaded last week. I talk about exactly this. So there is nothing wrong with meme coins. There's nothing wrong with altcoins. The problem is most people do not know what they're fucking talking about. So you have the blind leading the blind, where they look really smart for a period of time because things are going well, things are going up. But then the problem is they don't know how to pivot. He's made his entire brand hinged on these coins. I'm not saying he might not make money, but if you bought any of the coins on the Murad list over the last few months, you are down so much that you need a 5, 10, 20x to get back to break even. Okay? So this is the fucking problem that we have going on Twitter right now, is you have all of these people who don't know what they're talking about, acting as if they are people who should be speaking from a position of authority. And then you have all these people like you guys following these guys and then getting absolutely fucking rinsed over the last few months. If you follow me, you know I say one thing consistently, and it's that you want to own Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the be-all, end-all goal here, okay? You want to own as much Bitcoin as humanly fucking possible. Okay, so try and get one. Once you got one, then try and get 10. Once you got 10, try and get 20. Everything you do on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, in your life to make money in crypto, you should be using it to cycle back into Bitcoin. And I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to back it up with charts and data because I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about, as opposed to these other people who are just blowing smoke right up your asshole and telling you that everything's going to be okay. Alt season is just around the fucking corner. Derby says goofy ass circular Camry. Derby, you're a goofy ass motherfucker, bro. You're in here watching me. Fucking goofy with your goofy ass, Derby ass name. What are you, a fucking horse? Are you from fucking Kentucky? Derby? You dumb fuck. Anyways, you got people on Twitter they're fucking pissing on you and they're telling you it's raining. That's not the case. So Mayne's here for a dose of reality. Let's fucking start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is range bound for now. Okay? It's range bound for now. There is no reason to be freaking out about Bitcoin, in my opinion. If you bought Bitcoin at any point with me, where I posted on Telegram, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere, okay, over the last 2 years, I've been telling you guys to buy Bitcoin. Outside of basically the last month and a half, you're up a lot. If you bought anywhere in the 60K range, right? Every time we came down here, I told you to buy. Every single fucking time, I told you to fucking buy down here, right? Every time. If you bought down here, the difference between Bitcoin being at 108 and 96, it's a nothing burger to you. If you bought way back here when I told you to buy, if you bought way back here when I was bullish, telling you guys to buy, Bitcoin fucking around up here, meaningless. It doesn't affect you at all. Even if it falls back further, it's just an opportunity to buy more. The way that you get fucked in a bull market is by owning altcoins and never taking profit, never rotating, and just assuming that it's going to go up forever. Okay? I posted a chart the other day that showed the percentage gain that you need to get back to break even when holding altcoins. And the problem is, I don't think a lot of people understand how this math worked. So that's why I posted it. Because if you're down 90% on your alt, okay, you need a 900% gain to get back to break even. Let's look at PopCap, for example, because this one has been absolutely obliterated. Okay, so you're like, okay, well, it's down 90%. So you're saying I only got to get a 900% to get back to break even, assuming you bought the Pico top. Here's the problem. Let's say you bought here, okay? And then you bought some more here. And then you bought some more here, some more here. This thing can go down 90% from there. It can also go down 90% from just this high. It can go down 90% again from here. It can go down 90% in infinite amount of times. You can have $100, you lose 90%. Now you have 10. You lose 90% again. Now you have $1. So it's no longer 900% to get back to break even from $1. You need 900% to get back to here. Then you need another 900% to get back to here. Okay? So the problem many of you are having with altcoins is you didn't buy them. You didn't buy PopCat at a penny. Some of the people who are shilling you these alts are still up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x from where they bought. It's very easy to be super bullish on a coin, on altcoins, on meme coins, if your entry is from when this coin was a $10 million market cap. And yes, PopCat's down a lot, but it's still 230 million. You're up 23x, right? But if you bought PopCat at $1.50, you're in fucking agony. You're in fucking agony. And you're gonna need an alt season just to get back to break even. So that's the problem, okay? So Bitcoin, we'll start with Bitcoin, and then I'm gonna get into alts because I think this is where most of you are positioned. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I assume many of you are positioned in altcoins, and that's why, in my opinion, sentiment on Twitter is so fucking low, okay? So Bitcoin is still very much range bound. I believe that the Bitcoin chart looks totally fine. And I know that some people may disagree with me, but I am treating this range, and I'm one of the few people who was doing this last range. Every time we came down here during this 7-month range, every time we came near the range lows, everyone told you it was over. They said we're going back to 20K. Go look at this 7-month time frame. Remember Zoran? I like Zoran. He's my friend. Every time we came to these lows, what did he do? He told you we were doing this, right? Well, we're going back to 20. We're going back to 30. We're going back to 35. Everybody was doing the same thing. They're doing the exact same shit that they're doing now. And yes, at some point we did break below this range. But I told you, I think 60K is pretty good value because I believe this range eventually breaks higher. Did it go below 60K? Sure. It went below. But it reclaimed it, and guess what? It traded higher. To me, this range is the exact same. What they are doing right now is they are reaccumulating. If you want price to go to 200K, it cannot do this. It has to do this to get there. It cannot get there in a straight line. That's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing reaccumulation occurring on the high time frame, okay? And it's painful. It's especially painful if you're holding a bunch of altcoins that are underperforming on the upside and overperforming on the downside. But in my opinion, this range will break up like the last range. This range, in my opinion, will lead to Bitcoin trading to 130, 140, 150,000. Higher. It's going higher. Now, does that mean that this exact wick is the low? I don't know yet. You're not going to know it's the low until it's too fucking late. That's how it works, okay? I think we are in one of these types of moves right now where we're going sideways and eventually we're going to tag the range low. Maybe we blow through it a little bit and then we reclaim and then we're going to be off to the races. I believe that this range will resolve the same way. Maybe we go lower. Maybe we have a deeper dip. So I know a lot of people have been talking about a move to 70,000 or so, okay? I'm fucking hyped up right now. I need to calm myself down because I got a lot of shit to say today. We have this big, inefficient leg of price here. And a lot of people have saying, hey, this is just air. We absolutely, with 100% possibility, can get a big correction into this area. 100%. But would this look any different than this? In my opinion, no. This is the accumulation, 90 to 110. That is the accumulation range, and we might dip below it. But I still believe that eventually this range breaks higher. The top is not in my opinion. Can I be wrong? Of course. But I had the same opinion here. I stuck with it. That's how I made my trades, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm just sharing with you guys my thought process. I, of course, can always be wrong, okay? But I believe that even if we get some sort of big dip below the range into this kind of pocket of air, this fair value gap, I still think that this breaks higher and eventually leads towards new all-time highs. Okay? That's it. That's all there is to say about Bitcoin. It's going higher, in my opinion. I'm going to assume that the range low holds until it doesn't. Until we lose this area convincingly, I'm going to keep trying to buy around 90K. I did this at 60. Every time it went near 60, I bought, and pretty much every time I made money. I bought 90, you buy 90, you buy 90. I posted this chart for you guys. Same shit every single time, okay? So I don't believe the top is in. I still think that this consolidation ends up resolving in well into the six-figure Bitcoin. I said it here. No one believed me. I'm saying it again here. I still think that this ends up trading higher. Whether or not we're going to come down into the low 80s or the 70Ks, we don't know yet. You got to remember, from the top here down to here was about a 30% correction. From the top here down into the high 80s, high 70s, low 80s is about a 30% correction. So it is not really out of the question or out of the realm of possibility that we can have some sort of large dip outside of this range that still ends up trading back in, and it's just another example of this, okay? What I will tell you is that I believe that this range will be shorter than this one. So this range lasted about 7 months, right? 264 days. We're not even 100 days into this thing yet, and people are already losing their mind. It's like you forgot what happened here. You know what was great about this range is it was predictable, which means you can make money. Bullish near the lows, bearish near the highs. Exact same shit going on here. Bullish near the lows, bearish near the highs. Treat it the same, okay? Every single market cycle that we've had in Bitcoin has topped in Q4, okay? And I covered this in my last video on YouTube. Again, go watch that. I'm treating this the same. I see no reason why this should be any different. I believe that we still break higher. I don't think the top is in. Can this go sideways for longer? Yes. Can we dip below 90K? Yes. But I still think that once this resolves, I believe this is reaccumulation and it leads to higher prices. All right? Does everyone understand my viewpoint on Bitcoin? So whether or not this is the bottom, or we go sideways for another month, or we get some sort of larger correction and then we reclaim the range, I still believe that this price action eventually legs higher. Are we all on the same page? Does everyone understand? I'm trying to be abundantly clear by enunciating. This is long overdue. I'm hyped up. I don't even like making YouTube videos. I like live streaming. Maybe I should kill my YouTube channel and I should just live stream and show all these young bucks what a real crypto live stream is supposed to be. Okay. Okay, everyone seems to understand. I miss you guys, man. I miss chatting with y'all. It's been way too fucking long. I'm sorry. I've been in Florida. Can you tell? I'm a little tan. Can you see the tan? Not really. I'm very white. The neck, though, still glorious as ever. Okay? So now we're going to talk about why I think many of you are here and why I believe the sentiment on Twitter is largely fucking cooked. Okay? Last chance for any questions on Bitcoin. How's my dog? He's all better. Thank you for asking. He's at the dog park right now. All right, guys. So I still think we go higher. Can we pull back into the 70s? Yes, but I still think that we go higher. And if we dip well below this range low, what are you going to do? What is Twitter going to do? They're going to shit their pants. Everyone's going to freak the fuck out. Everyone's going to freak the fuck out, okay? They're going to do victory laps. I told you fucking so. First of all, no, you fucking didn't. They didn't tell you shit, okay? We're going to be looking to buy. If we get anywhere near 80K, below 80K on Bitcoin, I'm fucking buying. You heard that from me first, okay? Everyone's going to be talking about how they did it once it already happens. I'm telling you weeks and possibly even months in advance. Ansem is telling you to sell basically a cable cycle. Ansem nailed the top, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so now let's talk about meme coins. I'm not going to trash Ansem. Ansem told everyone to short at like 106,000 and said he was selling his Solana and his meme coins and everything nuked after. So he kind of crushed it on that move. All right, let's talk about meme coins because this is why all of you are so sad and depressed and lonely. First piece of advice I would have is go outside. Feel the sunlight on your fucking face. Get some vitamin D. Go to the gym. Have a nice meal. then stop being such a fucking pussy, okay? Now, the reason, okay, you guys are getting cooked so hard on memes is because of this fucking chart, okay? You're getting cooked so hard on memes because of this fucking chart right here. The majority of meme coins trend to zero against Bitcoin. The majority of altcoins trend to zero against Bitcoin. That's why you need to stack sats, not stack meme coins, not stack altcoins. Those are tools that you use to get more fucking Bitcoin. That's it, okay? Anytime you are trading any altcoin, you are looking at it versus Bitcoin. Is it better to hold this altcoin or this Bitcoin? Okay? And every time you're looking at Bitcoin, you're asking yourself, is it better than holding dollars? Forget alt USD charts. You need to know if your altcoin is better than Bitcoin. Because if your altcoin is not better than Bitcoin, who cares if it's going up versus dollars? You're better off being in Bitcoin. So the reason many people are getting fucked right now is they've been promised an alt season by a bunch of people online, nonstop, continuously, every single day for the entirety of the existence of crypto. Here's the thing. This is an altcoin from a couple cycles ago. Would you want to hold this? Now this might look abstract. You might not understand this, but if I put this inverted here, okay? Back in 2021, okay, one Bitcoin would buy you 5,500 EOS. Now, one Bitcoin buys you 177,000 EOS. What does that mean? It means EOS has been getting absolutely fucking dog walked by Bitcoin for 5 or 6 years now. This chart looks like the ultimate bull market. What asset would you want to be long here? Very clearly Bitcoin. Okay? This is what most altcoins that you think are the new hot thing and that are going to save your life and get you out of poverty, this is what they're all going to look like over a long enough time horizon. They all do this. They all look like this over a long enough time horizon. Remember WIF? It was good for a little bit, not so much anymore. What's another one? What was a good one? Let's say Bcash used to be popular, right? How's that doing versus Bitcoin? Right? You can't even fucking find it on the chart. How about Link? Link had a little good time with Bitcoin. Link's actually better looking than a lot of these other charts, but it's still been getting dog walked by Bitcoin for 5 years. So no matter how good you think your altcoin is, it's likely going to trend to zero against Bitcoin over a long enough time horizon. So if you know that to be true, why would you risk holding something that is going to go down against Bitcoin over the long term? I think what you should be much more interested in doing, let's look at something like, what went up? Let's look at PopCat USD divided by BTC USD. So this is going to create a PopCat BTC pair. This is not a good example. Let's try WIF USD divided by BTC USD. Okay, so here, WIF is a good example for this, okay? So there was a period of time here where WIF was outperforming Bitcoin here. I'm sure there's a chart with more history. But by all means, in the spring of 2024, this thing was doing better than Bitcoin. So you would have been better off holding WIF instead of holding Bitcoin. However, over a long enough time horizon, eventually Bitcoin just starts to kick ass. It doesn't matter what the coin is, what it does. 99.9% of altcoins are going to underperform Bitcoin over the long term. And you've been holding them, praying that your coin is going to be the difference maker. It's going to be the one. When in reality, the purpose of altcoins is for you to capture this. So when WIF is outperforming Bitcoin, you hold WIF. And then what you want to do when Bitcoin starts outperforming WIF is you want to rotate back into Bitcoin. So you want to base everything against Bitcoin. Is your coin better than Bitcoin itself? Let's even look at Solana. Solana is doing okay versus Bitcoin right now. Okay? It's doing okay. Right? Like since its inception, Solana has been smashing Bitcoin, right? Smashing. But if you held Solana from November of 2021 to November of 2022 for that year, you got smoked by Bitcoin. So there's periods of outperformance, right? There's periods where Solana goes up versus Bitcoin, it goes down, it goes up, now it's kind of going sideways, right? But most charts, this looked like ETH BTC. What's ETH BTC look like now? It had a period of outperformance, underperformance, outperformance, sideways, now it's getting smoked, okay? What you want to do is you want to hold your alt BTC, your altcoin, when it does this. Soon as it starts underperforming Bitcoin, you want to rotate back into Bitcoin. And this is the part that people are missing, okay? They're missing the part that you sell and you get back into Bitcoin. Let's talk about alt season now, okay? Alt season is something that has been romanticized greatly by people who are shilling you dog shit on Twitter. Because they get paid to tell you that alt season's coming, and then they promote alts, which they are being paid to promote to you. Okay? I actually don't have any issue with KOLs because at the end of the day, projects need marketing, right? And if they want to pay someone to do it and that person wants to do it, as long as they're doing it in a kind of moral way, they're not explicitly trying to fuck people over, they're paying for marketing. It's like you go on Instagram and you see someone promoting Gymshark or fucking some sort of drink. They're paying an influencer to market. Sure. The problem is, though, most of you guys think that these people know what they're talking about. If you understand that a lot of these people are quite literally paid shills, and it's in their best interest to shill a coin to you because they're getting paid by that coin, you would understand that they're going to be bullish no matter what. That's why you wonder, you're on Twitter and you wonder and you say, how can these people be bullish as price keeps dropping? They keep telling me to buy the dip on altcoins and that alt season's around the corner, but altcoins keep going down 40% every fucking week. Right? How do they do it? It's almost like they're not fucking buying at all. There's usually two instances that happens here. Someone who is perpetually bullish and they constantly tell you to buy no matter what happens. They're telling you to buy. Well, there's three instances. They tell you to buy no matter what. No matter what price is doing, they say buy. Instance number one, they're a fucking idiot. Okay? Instance number two, they're being paid and they have a financial interest in telling you to buy some certain coin, no matter what. Instance number three is their entry is so good that it doesn't matter if price is down 80, 90% from all-time high because they bought when it was so low, they're still up multiples. Murad is a perfect example of this. I don't think Murad's being paid by any of these coins. I don't know. I don't think he is. But Murad bought these coins at such a low market cap and owns such a large supply. How can he not be bullish? He can't tell you anything otherwise. But if you bought anything on his list in the last few months, you're getting shit kicked, right? So you have to be very, very, very careful with alts because they can go down a lot for a very long time. And if you buy at the wrong time, you're fucked. Alt season or not, you're fucked. If you're down 90%, you need a 900% gain just to get back to your entry, okay? So the problem is people are telling you it's alt season's around the corner, keep buying. Alt season's only helpful in a few instances. One is you're holding either Bitcoin or cash and you're able to buy the altcoins cheap and then take advantage of the period of time where they go up. That's when alt season is great. Alt season doesn't matter if you bought whiff at $4. If you bought whiff at $4, you need an alt season just to hope to make any money at all. Okay? So alt season coming is only really exciting if you have money to take advantage of it. If you're holding a coin that's down 80 or 90%, you need alt season just to hope to get out. Okay? And that's the problem. You have people telling you alt season is around the corner as alts continue to drop 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% every few weeks. They're down 90% over the last month. They'll be right eventually. And the thing is this is what's going to happen. The coin goes this, okay? And it goes down fucking 90%, okay? Right? Like, let's assume that this is 90% down. I'm just going to draw it. So it goes down 90%. And they're telling you the entire way, alt season. And then guess what? It does this. And it bounces 500%. Okay? It bounces 500%. And they go, I fucking told you so. If you bought when they told you the first time, you're still underwater. So if you bought $100 worth here, down here you have $10. Okay? And then that $10 goes up 500%, you now have $60. You're still underwater, right? So that's the problem and the danger with alts and the constant droning on for alt season is it all depends on where you fucking bought. Alt season doesn't help if the coin that you're in is down 99%. Okay? Alt season is awesome if you buy here and it goes up 500%. It's not so awesome if you bought here and ate shit first, because then you're just trying to get back to break even. Okay? So I'm so hyped up. I don't even know where I want to go next. Alt season is over romanticized. People try and make it seem like alt season is this period of time where no matter what coin you own, you're going to make millions of dollars. Every alt on the planet is going to go up by 10,000% and everyone is going to get super fucking rich. At its most basic level, alt season occurs when Bitcoin dominance rips down. This is alt season. This is alt season. Anyone who has told you anything about alt season outside of these two little circles is lying to you. That's it. These are the two alt seasons you can see on the chart, 2017 and 2020. Those were the alt seasons. Okay? That's it. So if anyone's telling you it's been alt season here, they've been lying and they've been demonstrably wrong. Does that not mean that altcoins can't go up while Bitcoin dominance is going up? Of course not. Bitcoin dominance can go up and alts can go up. There's periods of time where alts do really well. The problem is people think that this alt season thing is going to happen and every single coin is going to go up. All alt season is Bitcoin loses its dominance. So alt BTC pairs generally bottom, okay? And alt USD pairs outperform Bitcoin. That's all it is. It doesn't mean every single coin goes up and everybody makes money. That doesn't happen. Trading is a zero-sum game. Every buyer has a seller. Every buyer has a seller. Okay? So there's no magical alt season where we all get stinking rich together and everyone's super happy and it's fucking kumbaya. It doesn't exist. Is there an alt season where alt BTC pairs will bottom and alt USD pairs will go up? Yes. And this is what it looks like on the Bitcoin dominance chart. But does that mean that everybody makes money and every single coin goes up in unison? No. For every dollar someone's making, someone's losing. So when stuff's going up, right? Like when you're buying Fartcoin, let's say Fartcoin bottoms and it's down 90% and you buy here, right? And you're now up 500%, you're that guy. Guess who's selling to you? People who own it from up here and they're capitulating. And guess who's buying it back from you? right? When you're selling, people who are chasing the pump, it's a zero sum. So it's not like everyone makes money in unison. It's not like we all hold fart coin and it goes up and we all make money. For you to buy fart coin, someone has to sell it. Someone has to sell it. So someone's getting fucked, okay? And so nobody gives you these fucking truths for the most part on Twitter. There's some great accounts on Twitter. There are some amazing accounts on Twitter, on YouTube as well. I'm not the only one, though I am the most handsome and with the thickest of necks and probably the funniest, to say the least. But Twitter has gotten so noisy. There's so much misinformation from big accounts that have huge followings that are just leading you to slaughter. If you do not understand what I'm explaining to you here, you are getting led to slaughter, okay? So you need to understand what I'm saying here. You can look at ETH BTC. This is the inverse of the Bitcoin dominance chart. So unless you've been holding Bitcoin, you know, if you hold ETH, you're in agony right now. It's gone up. It's up from the bear market, but it's up way less relative to Bitcoin. If you invert this chart, what do you see? You see the Bitcoin dominance chart. So what this tells you is at the start of 2025, or of 2024, okay, one Bitcoin bought you 16 Ethereum. At the start of 2024, a year ago. Right now, one Bitcoin buys you 36 Ethereum. What would you rather be holding? Obviously Bitcoin, okay? So you guys need to understand this. Most of your alts are going to get smoked versus Bitcoin. Alt season is only good if you have money to take advantage of the really, really, really low discounted prices. Alt season is meaningless if you're holding something that's down 99% because it can go up 900% and now instead of being down 99, you're down fucking 90, okay? So if you go down 99% here, let's just... It's so down that it won't even fit on the chart, okay? This is going to be totally worth it, I promise you. Okay, so you're down 99.999% on your altcoin. Fuck, even 97%. Okay, you're down this fucking much on your alt. 90%. 94%. And then you buy. And then it bounces, sorry. Okay? 300%. Look at where you are still. Okay? You are still getting absolutely fucked. It bounces 700%. You're still down massively from where you bought. So it bounced 700%, okay, from the bottom, and we had alt season. Your altcoin went up 700%. I told you so, alt season's here. If you bought and it was down 95%, and then it bounces 700%, you're still down 50 fucking percent. Okay? So people telling you that alt season's just around the corner and it's going to save you and money's going to flow into good coins, it very well might. Money might flow into better coins. But the bottom line is if your entry is shit and you're down huge because you've been listening to these people and you've been buying and holding all the way fucking down, you need that crazy multiple just to get back to fucking break even, okay? So alt season is massively over romanticized. You need to be focusing on buying Bitcoin and you need to be using altcoins, meme coins, everything else you're doing as a way to eventually get back to more Bitcoin because that's the asset that has staying power. That's the asset that outperforms everything over the long term. Most coins trend to zero against Bitcoin. It doesn't matter how cool you think about it is. Doesn't matter how great it is. Doesn't matter how many people are shilling it. Most shit is going to trend to zero against Bitcoin. We're here to stack sats. And I know it's boring. Oh, you're just a Bitcoin maxi. Yes, I'm a Bitcoin maxi because I want to make money and I want to keep it. Most altcoins don't last more than one cycle. So the coolest fucking most awesome coin from this cycle, right, was unheard of last cycle. It'll probably be unheard of in the next one. And vice versa. The craziest coins from 2-3 cycles ago, last cycle, they're dead coins now. Okay? The end goal is to get back to Bitcoin. Am I telling you not to trade meme coins and altcoins? Of course not. You can make crazy money. But don't get deluded into the fact that your coin is going to outperform Bitcoin for infinity. Use it as a tool. Collect the bag. Do not become a bag holder. Okay? I just went on like a crazy fucking hour-long rant, it seems like. Are you following? Are we tracking this guy? There will be a time for alts. This is the problem. Is people still think like this. There already has been times for alts. Fartcoin went to 2 billion. Popcat went to 2 billion. WIF went to 4 billion. All of the AI agents together went to 15 billion. Altcoins have gone up. This idea that altcoins haven't gone up this cycle yet is incorrect. The thing is people think that all the coins need to go up at the exact same time. Just because there's more coins, it doesn't mean that there's more money to put into these coins. There used to be a few thousand coins. Now there's millions. But there's still the same amount of money going around between these coins. Not every coin that you're in is going to go up, unfortunately. Will there be a time where Bitcoin dominance rolls over and we get alt season and alts go up? Yes, there will be. I don't think that's happened yet because Bitcoin dominance hasn't nuked yet. It hasn't done this. However, if you listen to any of the things I just yelled at you about for the last 20 minutes, that only helps if you have cash or Bitcoin on hand to then rotate into those alts. What you want to do here is you want to either be taking USD or Bitcoin and rotating it into alts. And then this is alt season. But if you don't have either of these things because you're already holding an alt and it's already down 90%, you're fucked. Does that make sense? BTC won't make you rich. Jeremy, you're retarded. Why won't you get rich off BTC? Because it's too expensive? Are you not listening to what I'm saying, Jeremy? Use altcoins and meme coins as a way to make money to buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going to hold its value the best. Holding an altcoin might make you rich on paper, but unless you realize that gain, you got fuck all. How many people were rich off of Popcat just a few months ago, or GOAT, or any of these other coins? You might have had $1 million back in November. That's only 3 months ago, and now you've got 200 grand. But if you would have taken that $1 million here, put it into Bitcoin, guess what? You'd have more than $1 million, Jeremy, because Popcat Bitcoin has gone down. So you'd have more money. Therefore, you'd be richer. Therefore, you're retarded. Okay, Jeremy is the exact problem with what you see on Twitter. It's this mindset. I'm not telling you not to buy alts, Jeremy, but you have to sell them. And you have to get back into Bitcoin or to dollars one way or another. That's the entire point of what I've been yelling about. Holy smokes. More risk, more reward. Yes, there's a lot of risk in potentially holding something that can lose 90% of its value in 2 months. A lot of risk. There's a lot of upside, but you got to cash out eventually. Because if this person who bought Popcat here and did a 20x would have rotated into Bitcoin, they'd have more money. Jeremy, do you understand what I'm saying? Jer Bear, are we on the same fucking page here, compadre? Holy moly. Are you a quantitative tightening, ending, QE, beginning, believer. Yes, I do think that that is the direction we're heading, but it's going to take some time. We're not there yet. We haven't even began to cut rates, right? Like, Jeremy, explain to me your thesis here. You're saying, okay, well, Bitcoin, you can only get a 5x on Bitcoin. It's like, I get it, bro. I'm not saying you need to put all your money in Bitcoin and hope that Bitcoin goes to $1 million, even though I think it will one day. What I'm saying is you need to use meme coins and altcoins for what they are, a tool. And as long as your meme coin chart is doing this, hold it. Absolutely, you can make more money than holding Bitcoin if your meme coin is outperforming Bitcoin. If Popcat BTC looks like this, by all means, hold Popcat because it's outperforming Bitcoin. But as soon as it stops, you got to get out of Popcat and into Bitcoin or into dollars, because alts eventually do this fucking shit and they underperform Bitcoin over the long term. Okay, so I'm so fucking fired up right now. This has been long overdue. I think that I can't go this long without streaming again because it might be detrimental to my health. I really believe that. Jeremy, I'm not telling people to time the top perfectly. I'm telling people to stop just hoping, because what you're telling people is to time the bottom, basically. Because at what point is this person who bought Popcat wrong? If you bought Popcat here, okay, you don't rotate into Bitcoin. At what point is that guy wrong? I know, but at what point are they wrong? That's what I'm trying to tell them, Jeremy. You have to realize that altcoins are all about timing. We're saying the same thing. It's all about timing with altcoins. And the problem is people have been telling you it's alt season while altcoins look like this. And they would have been better off holding Bitcoin. I am not for a moment telling you not to try and trade altcoins. What I'm telling you is that altcoins and meme coins, while they are extremely volatile and can offer crazy upside, when the music stops, it stops quickly. And you need to realize and have the wherewithal to understand that your goal is to get out of the altcoin and realize the money. Whether it's in Bitcoin, back into Solana, into cash, you got to get out of that coin eventually. And if you've been listening to all the people on Twitter, they've been telling you to buy coins that have gone down 90% over the last few months. Constantly telling you that you're going to be bailed out by alt season, which is something that happens once every 4 years and only lasts for a brief period of time. The other thing that these fuckers don't tell you about alt season, guys, is alt season generally is the top. When did Bitcoin top in 2021? It topped twice. The first top in 2021 was May of 2021. So alt season also means that the end is near. Okay? When did it top in 2017, 2018? Q4. Here's the top of Bitcoin in 2017, 2018. Alt season, right? It's the end. So as much as people are telling you alt season is here to save you, right? Alt season is here to save you. That's the end of the cycle as well. Okay? So again, most of these people who are talking with so much confidence, this is one of the biggest problems with Twitter, is it requires no social proof. I think people listen to me. One, I've been doing this for fucking like 6 or 7, 8 years at this point, publicly. I've got videos, I've got social proof, but anyone can get on Twitter and they can say anything with infinite amounts of confidence. Infinite levels of confidence while knowing so little. I made a post yesterday saying the Canelo Alvarez fight versus Jake Paul has to be all in Canelo. Has to be, right? And some guy says all Jake Paul fights are fixed. And I said, all of them? Are you saying that his fight where he lost against Tommy Fury was fixed for him to lose? And then the guy said, I've only watched one of his fights. Is that not just the perfect microcosm of how fucking stupid people are on the internet? Here's the thing, Jeremy, to your question about Solana. Solana is very interesting because yes, Solana has outperformed Bitcoin over the high time frame, right? This has outperformed Bitcoin. Like if you bought Sol in 2021, you're still up, massively versus Bitcoin. You're up huge versus Bitcoin. I don't disagree, right? But are you telling me that you can't look at this chart and at any point in time throughout this downtrend, you didn't think, hey, maybe it's a good time to rotate into Bitcoin? And then maybe down here, it's a good time to rotate back into Solana? Because if you can't make those types of decisions, you're not really actively managing your investments, and you don't have to. But that's not what my content is targeted towards. My content is targeted towards people who are actively trying to maximize the amount of money they can make, which requires you the ability to rotate and to analyze outperformance. You're talking about right now. Here's the thing about this chart. This is going sideways. Sol Bitcoin can do this, okay? And then this. And this little up leg here will be enough of an outperformance for Sol USD to go to $500, $600, $700. So Sol USD makes an all-time high, but Sol BTC never makes an all-time high again. Look at ETH BTC. Does this chart not look like ETH Bitcoin? To me, it does. I'm not saying it will be the same. I'm not saying it has to be the same. But this chart to me looks eerily similar. You can't tell me that Sol Bitcoin right here does not look like ETH BTC right here. And this little pump right here, this little move up here, right here, this move up was sending Ethereum 2 times higher versus USD. Ethereum went from 2,500 to almost 5K, and ETH BTC barely made a fresh high and made a massive lower high versus Bitcoin. So if this is true for the biggest coins in the market, what is the likelihood that your dog shit altcoin is going to outperform Bitcoin for any significant period of time? And I completely agree with you, the window is short. But if you want to make the most money, the people who make the most money and get rich in crypto, they do 2 things. They realize profits and they own fucking Bitcoin. Okay? I'm not saying people don't become millionaires off of meme coins. They do. We saw people, you know who made all the money on Trump though? It's not people who bought Trump holding it to go to 100. It's the people who made the bag and fucking took profit. Anyways, maybe I was too hard on you, Jeremy. You seem like a relatively reasonable guy. So I apologize. But I'm just hyped up right now. I've been fucking like a caged animal. They haven't let me stream in weeks, in months. I don't even know the last time I streamed. And it's been too long. It's exactly what I'm saying, Whale. How very perceptive of you. When is Bitcoin dominance topping? I don't fucking know. That's the thing. I don't know. The thing about tops, bottoms, you don't know. So we had an instance here, right, where everyone thought alt season was coming. Go on Twitter and look at what happened right here. Everyone was calling for alt season. Everybody. And why? Because alts started doing well. Anytime this dips, alts do well. The reason Bitcoin can go up 2%, down 3%, and your altcoins are going up 20%, down 40%, up 20%, is because this is going up, right? So when this happened and we had this down move, everyone was calling for alt season. I said, hey, look, this is a good start. We broke structure here. We potentially are making a lower high, but this is not confirmed until we make a lower low. A downtrend requires not just a lower high, right? It requires a lower low as well. You need both of those things to confirm an actual trend change, and we never got that. It just marched back up to the upside. So until this thing is done, there's no alt season. Does that mean that altcoins can't go up and there's not going to be some trench runner that goes to $1 billion and shit? Yes, but there's no true alt season until we see this, okay? And the liquidity in alts is spread thinner than ever because it's the same amount of money. It's now just spread between even more coins, which means it's likely that less fucking coins. I'm spitting all over my keyboard and shit. I'm getting out of control. It's likely that even less coins than you think are going to go up, or potentially not go up nearly as much as you had hoped during alt season because there's only so much money. Just because there's more coins, it doesn't mean that everything's going to go up and the amount of money multiplies with it. It just doesn't happen. Trump was a perfect example of that. When Trump launched, what happened? Everyone sold their altcoins into Sol. That's why Sol ripped. And then people put Sol into Trump. Yes, there was USDC pools and shit too, but regardless, that's the basic premise. And what did you see? A lot of these altcoins that are up, 400-500 billion dollar coins, all of a sudden dropped 50%. Okay? Why? Because the liquidity is not there. So if you own 100K of a $250 million MCAP coin, and you say, well, listen, I got 100 grand, right? Like, I'm rich. All you have is however many tokens you have times by the price. That's all you have. That's all your portfolio is showing. Okay, it's just showing the amount of tokens you have times by the price equals 100K. That does not mean that you can sell every single one of your tokens and necessarily get 100K. And Trump was a perfect example of that because the liquidity is just not there on some of these coins. You need buyers. Okay, you need buyers. So when you're looking at your portfolio and you go, damn, I'm rich, I got $1 million in this, 300K in this, realize that those numbers might not be actually what you're able to exit at. So if you're trying to get out of one of these coins that's big, but it's not Bitcoin, it's not Solana where there's basically infinite liquidity, right? The best time to sell is actually when it's going up, because when it's going up aggressively, right, the volume is really high and you're going to be able to shave off size without nuking the chart. Good luck to Murad ever selling any coins on his list. Never going to happen. I don't know how he exits. Anyways, guys, I needed to get on here. I needed to bring some sanity back to crypto streaming. I feel like we've lost our way a bit with some of the stuff that's gone on over the last few months, albeit it's been nuts. This has been the craziest bull market ever. We had ETFs. We have Trump as president. He launched a meme coin. We got fart coin. We got all this crazy shit happening, okay? It's been crazy. Bitcoin's over 100 G's, hit 100 G's, okay? But at the end of the day, nothing's really changed in terms of how shit works. There's just more people, which means there's more noise proliferating the same bad information. And for you, it's that much harder to weed out who knows what they're talking about, who's actually posting useful information versus the people who are getting crazy engagement by just telling you that all-time highs are coming, alt season is coming soon. Guess what? Murad, God love him, his coins all look like this. The moment we have a break in the selling and a few of his coins do this, he's going to repost his list and say, look, the 7-day change, it's up 300%. But remember from our little math equation, right? Like these people are still going to be down massively. Even though it pumped, they're still going to be down massively if they listen to him and have been buying over the last handful of months. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to get back to streaming more regularly. I highly suggest all of you watching this video, there's 700 of you, go watch my most recent YouTube video. I talk about a lot of this stuff, meme coins, altcoins, why you should be focusing on eventually getting more Bitcoin, okay? And I'm going to do my best. If you guys keep showing me love like this, 700 people coming to watch me live, I'm going to do my best to stream a minimum of once a week and bring some sanity to the fucking streaming space in crypto. I'm not saying that that everyone is just bullshitting you. I'm just saying that there's more misinformation out there than ever in crypto by a bunch of people who haven't been here before and are acting and speaking in certainties as if they know what the fuck they're talking about. Remember, 3 things. They're either fucking retarded, they're being paid to tell you something, or their entry is so fucking good it doesn't matter if it keeps selling. If you bought PopCat at 1/10 of a cent, you can you can continuously bull post regardless of if it's at 20 cents or $2 because you are up so goddamn much, right? Doesn't change. But if you bought PopCat at $2, like, you need a miracle to get back to break even. Okay? So I'm going to do my best to get back in action, do more of these fucking streams for you guys because it's very much needed. And clearly I need it as well because I can't be holding this up inside, bottling this up to the point where it's fucking spewing out of my mouth all over my laptop keyboard. So I need this outlet as well. I really enjoy it. I miss fucking streaming. So I'm going to get back at it. I'm home soon and I'll have my setup and everything. So please go watch that last YouTube video, guys. Please, please, please. I am saying that there's a lot of great people on Twitter. We have a lot of new accounts that are fantastic. But there's also equal parts new noise from people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And there's a difference between someone who's trying to genuinely learn, right, and who's figuring it out, and people who are acting like they know what they're talking about when they fucking don't. There is a difference. I'm not trying to shit on new people or people who are figuring it out. I have no problem with that. You got to learn somehow. I used to know nothing. I went on Twitter. I asked people questions. I was trying to figure it out. But there's people who speak like they know what the fuck's going on when they fucking don't. And all you got to do is just check. And I'm not here to try and tell you guys that I am some sort of be-all, end-all, fucking I know everything. What I am here to tell you is that I'm sharing my experience where I have multiple years in this space, and what I'm teaching you is to think for yourself. I'm not saying I'm going to be right. If this is the top and we go down like this, I'm going to look pretty fucking stupid right now because I told you it wasn't, right? But the bottom line is I'm giving you my opinion, which is my opinion and which is what I'm basing my financial decisions on. And then what I'm always trying to do is teach you guys to make your own decisions. Do not rely on people online and assume that they know what they're talking about. Most of them don't, okay? And most of them will lead you to fucking slaughter if you do not do your own fucking research. So please learn to fish, okay? I can give you the fishing rod. I can show you how to do it. I can take you to the lake, but you got to get in there and start fucking casting. All right, guys? So it feels good to be back. I have some other shit I got to do. I got to catch a flight. I love you all. I'll be back with another stream next week, okay? Show me some love, likes, comments, retweets, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube. Watch that last YouTube video. It's really good. And I'll be back soon. I hope you all have a great weekend. Let me know who you're betting on for the Super Bowl so I can punt some bets with you guys, okay? Much love. I'll talk to y'all soon. Goodbye.